Brisbane Wakes Up with Stav, Abby and Matt on B105.
Not long until the e-safety laws kick in, anyone under 16 cannot have a social media account.
Yes, there's been a bit of talk about it in our household because our elder son is 13. Is he allowed to be on it then? Well, anyway, he got an account for Instagram, but it is fun. Check your facts, Abby, before you talk
wasn't
about it,
speeding, promise, officer.
People know I'm a bad parent. It's all good. But there's been a lot of talk because of his friends have done updates and they've been kicked off and they're like, wait. It's not supposed to be until the 10th, but I think it can start any time from now. But the big concern has been how to get people's phone numbers because they chat with a lot of the opposite sex without knowing their phone number.
Yeah. Well.
So to help us out with this, for head of corporate communications at Meta. Meta owns Facebook, Instagram. They've also got Threads. Joanna Stevens joins us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Pleased to be here.
Must be a very busy time for you, Joanna.
It is. There's a lot of preparation going into being ready for the ban when it comes into effect on the 10th of December.
So what we know about it is the government has implemented this. They are relying on social media companies like yours to be able to bring it about. It's not like they're going to organise it. It's about you guys, we believe, checking the ages and then deactivating, or would you pause those accounts for those under the age of 16?
Yeah, so what we're doing is people will lose access to their accounts if they're under 16, but for Instagram, Threads and Facebook at least, when they turn 16, they'll be able to go back to those accounts and everything will be there just as they left it.
And they'll be embarrassed by the content and the name of what they called it and all of those aspects. How, I guess, is your company being able to know that those are under the age of 16?
Well, we have lots of different methods we use to identify people under 16. So we don't really talk too much about that in detail because we don't want to be giving workaround plans to everybody.
Yeah, good point.
But we're sending notifications to people that we believe to be under 16. But if we make a mistake and you're actually over 16, you'll be able to appeal and prove your age by either providing a government-issued ID or doing a video selfie.
Now, it's obviously a world first. There's going to be a lot of bumps along the road, you'd imagine, Joanna.
Look, we're not expecting this to be perfect, and I think even the PM has said that. So we're all learning as we're going, and also actually understanding age online is really complex, and so we know that there'll be people who are under 16 who possibly won't lose access to their accounts on the 10th of December. But we're doing our best to identify as many of those people as we can. But it's going to be an ongoing process. This is not a one and done. This will be something that we'll have to be continually working on as we progress.
Can people who have accounts now under the age of 16, are they able to change the birth date on it if their parents are then going to run it for them? So the account can still stay active. Say if you've got a 15-year-old influencer and then the parent can manage the account for them?
If somebody tries to change their age now, then they'll be asked to prove that they are in fact an adult. And so the same process not an adult, but over 16. So the same thing will happen. They'll be asked to provide government ID or do the video selfie if they don't have ID.
So can someone who is making income out of it, then is there a way for them to appeal to keep their account?
If the account is a parent-managed account, so it's got the parent details in the account already, including the parent's birth date and that sort of thing, those accounts would not be affected. But if that account currently has the age of somebody who's under 16, then I think more than likely they're going to be impacted by this change.
Right, so someone could have, say, 1 million followers and it'll just get turned off on them.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? We don't necessarily think this is the best law. We think that there's lots of issues with it. Like, we don't think blanket bans and cutting people off from their communities and their friends is the way to go. We think there are better options, like making sure that platforms are being more restrictive in terms of the content that's available or the people that they can talk to online. And also there's the ability for the app stores like Apple App Store and Google Play Store to help identify people's age at sign up, like when they get a phone, and they could send that signal to us. And then we could make sure that people are getting the right kind of content. So we think there are better ways, but this is the law we've got, and
So you're
we
complying.
have to comply. Yep.
As head of corporate communications at Meta, what was Mark Zuckerberg's, I guess, opinion of this? Because it is a first and it's in Australia.
He didn't like the post from Albo, I'm pretty
No, but
certain.
I'm just trying to work out what's his view of it. Is it like we're going to comply, but does he share your views where you're like, this was probably not the way to go about it?
Look, I'm not entirely sure of what Mark's personal views are, but as a company, we think that there are better ways to help make sure that kids online are having safe and age-appropriate experiences.
Do you feel like parents are... It is very hard, I guess, when something happens or, you know, if there is bullying. Do you think that it is a little bit like, well, the company's to blame rather than taking control of the situation? Or is it just maybe that parents aren't aware of the technology?
It's really tricky, isn't it? Because, look, I've got a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old, so I'm right in the thick of this as well as a mum, and I worry about whether or not my kids spend too much time online and what are they doing and who they're talking to.
Yeah.
But equally, I worry about when they're, you know, out with their friends and what they're doing out with their friends as well. So I think parental involvement is a really important part of it. And I also think that social media platforms can do more in terms of restricting content, such as what we've been doing with teen accounts.
Oh my gosh! Imagine your kids going, but
Come on, Mum.
like I don't
Pull
get
some strings."
kicked off.
Yeah.
They do it. Like we've got special, right?
We've had some interesting conversations, that's for sure.
And their friends are like, "Can you ask your mum?"
Yeah.
Like, surely.
Yeah,
not.
but also too, your mum would be able to go back end into your Facebook and look for
Oh,
absolutely
yes.
anything. You know,
I'm definitely not allowed to do
Yeah,
that.
but
No,
don't
I
tell
know
them
that.
that though, Joanna. It's like we lie about a lot of different, you know, little small lies to
Imagine
keep
that,
them
though.
safe.
My
Hey.
mum
It
banned me
doesn't
from
hurt if they
Facebook.
believe
When-
something.
When
Yeah.
they say, but they say my mum banned me from Facebook, and they're like, your mum banned Australia from Facebook.
no, Albo did.
Yes,
Albo
yeah, but that's the
did.
thing.
Only because she had to.
Yes, exactly.
What have your colleagues from other countries sort of said about this? Because we're the only country, we're the first country in the world to roll out this. What are their thoughts?
Well, we've been really focused on building products like teen accounts that reduce access to content. We most recently announced that the content that people have available in a teen account is the equivalent to like PG-13 on TV or movie ratings. And so I think what they feel bad about for us is all these things that we've put in place to help make Instagram and Facebook and Messenger safer for teens. Unfortunately, teens in Australia won't get the benefit of that until they're 16 and 17 years old. So
Were these
that's sort of what,
Were these
sorry,
teens
go
account already in place, or is this a result of the ban?
It's got nothing to do with the ban in Australia. It's
Okay.
something that the company has been working on for many, many years and started to roll out last year.
Right. Okay.
Okay. We do have a few parents who've called through, and we thought we'd give them an opportunity to ask a couple of questions because there are a lot of parents who don't understand exactly what's going on sometimes with this stuff. Jess, you're on with Joanna. What's your question?
Hi, Joanna. I'm just wondering, my son thinks that, he's 14, and he thinks that he's hopefully circumnavigated the system because he's created a VPN. So essentially he's designed himself to be overseas. Is that gonna work?
So there's lots of things that all the social media platforms are going to have to work out. While a VPN does change a user's IP address, when we're trying to identify someone's location, we also consider signals beyond just the IP address. But like I said earlier, it's very possible that we are not going to be able to identify all under 16s come December 10, but we will be developing technology and other methods as we progress and continuing to do this work on an ongoing basis.
Jess, are you just a little bit concerned that you've got a very crafty 14-year-old that might be more...
I absolutely do.
Yeah.
And he's much smarter than I am.
Yeah, they're better at it than us.
Yeah, well, I guess they've got more motivation, haven't they?
Yeah,
And more
true.
time.
Yeah.
I think the other important thing on that point is that even though the government has said that the onus is on the technology platforms to stop under 16-year-olds from having accounts, Even though this law exists, it doesn't mean that parents can stop having conversations and talking to their kids and understanding what their kids are doing online as well.
That's true.
Do you think, I mean, I know that you're very much just in full force to be able to comply, but do you think there will be talks moving forward, maybe with the government, once this has been implemented, to get those teenage accounts put in place for Australia? Because they have been saying that what they're really concerned about is the fact that you can DM and share and comment. Would there be moving forward maybe the teen accounts where you can't do that?
Look, we're hopeful that over time we can have some more constructive and productive conversations with the government and perhaps move towards a law that we think would make sense, but that remains to be seen.
It's funny, isn't it, too? Because it is good that we're trying to do something, but none of this is actually addressing the problem of the human behaviour that's at the root of the cause of all of this.
Correct.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's what I think too.
Joanna, how many users are we talking about here? How many are on, let's just say, Instagram, do you know, under the age of 16?
We haven't provided specific numbers. We've provided some numbers to the e-safety commissioner over, like, on different transparency reports that they've required. And so we know that we've got teens in the hundreds of thousands that we'll be removing access to on December 10 or before December 10.
We keep asking confidential information. Don't we?
And only two.
And we say our teenagers about.
Only two Facebook users, because that's for the older
No,
crew.
that's
I'm
not.
joking.
Fair point.
Look,
Actually,
Joanna.
we've got a pretty decent number of under 16s on Facebook too.
Yeah, of
Yes,
course.
yeah.
It's an interesting one because when I first heard it, I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be great. But the more I kind of read about it and heard from kids with it, I am sort of against it now because I don't know that giving kids something, this is all they've known their entire lives,
Yeah.
is this type of media. And then you're just trying to take it away from them completely.
See, yeah.
I feel like the government has gone more for a great PR campaign on this one with them, and it's more
100%.
about that than there are so many more things that can be put into place for children to get them to use this technology in the correct way.
I go the opposite side where I kind of go, I know that it's clunky and I know a blanket ban will not actually solve all the problems, but I think of it from a parent's point of view where we have an opportunity to pause and slow down and actually get more informed, where I feel like so many of us just handed over a phone, and especially for myself, I don't know, you know, because of the kids' age, I used to always think iPad was really great. They should have one at a young age. So I think it's that opportunity to pause and kind of go, hey, wait a minute. How can we interact better online? And I don't think that we've had those conversations with kids before we've handed over. So maybe it's for us. Maybe that ban is for
but that's
us
what I'm
adults
saying,
to catch
the
up.
adults. Yeah, but I just don't think taking it away from them in this way is the right way to go about it, you know. And I'm not sure what's the feedback you're getting, Joanna.
It sounds good in theory, I think, and like the sound bites sound really good. But I think when you get down to the practicality of actually implementing this law, there's lots of challenges and lots of unknowns. And I think this comes back to if we're worried about what our kids have access to online, I think one, parents really play an important role here. And two, there are other things we can do. For example, like when they're downloading apps from the App Store or from Google Play, where they could be requesting permission from parents and the government could actually require that. And it is actually becoming law in some other countries as well.
I agree. When our babies start to crawl, we put locks on all the cupboards so they can't get in.
Yeah.
I think at some point we use ignorance as a way to go, oh, well, I don't understand it.
I
so-
think I've just seen, for me personally, I've seen the effect that Snapchat, and I'm not just saying this because you're on the line, Joanna, but I've seen the effect of what Snapchat has had on kids, and I know you're the same.
Yeah, we're
and I kind of go, I know that Xander doesn't have Snapchat.
No, but
yet.
I've got a 23-year-old, so I've been through
Yeah,
all
but
of it
he
with
wasn't.
him.
Yeah, but he didn't have it as an
No, he did.
underage.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. He got Facebook when he was
But you
13.
took his phone away from him as a result of that.
Yeah, and gave it back to him after we'd had a conversation because he was sending photos to people, and we stopped it, took it away, had the conversation, re-implemented it. We took responsibility for it. Is what I'm saying.
Because that's the thing with I hear your point with the locks on the cupboards, but not every parent does that. Yeah.
So do we take cupboards away out of their houses?
I think we should.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Joanna,
Good on you, Joanna.
appreciate it.
Appreciate your time this morning.